Hey folks, Landstryder here, and you're watching episode 33 of Season 2 in my Nightmare series, hanging out here in Agrarian Skies. And I've been working a bit between episodes on my bees. If you can see behind me, I've added a few more industrial apiaries, and I'm going to get right to adding a few more, but I wanted to show you, I run the item ducts under here. And the other thing I did between episodes is I expanded the platform with dirt all the way out to the edge of the next chunk, and that is just so that since I'm going to have my bees right here, I wanted to start collecting flowers, and to do that I figured I would need a big open space of grass for them to grow on, so I went ahead and expanded that out that way, and that's just for the purpose of being able to harvest more flowers to make dyes later on. So I'm going to go ahead and place down a couple more of these. I'm not too concerned about power issues when it comes to these right now, because they do not draw any power when they're not in use. When there's no bees in there, there's no power. This thing right here, the mutagen producer, draws a lot of power. As you can see, I added a hopper to the side of it to feed it more redstone. Right now it is completely full, and it doesn't, it's there's some even waiting to go into the tank as soon as I use some up. When that was filling up, one of the things I noticed is that while that mutagen thing was running constantly, in the process of filling up, I was using up the full amount of energy from my reactor. So I was actually managed to use up all of the power for a little bit. But now that the mutagen, or that the mutagen maker thingy is all done and filled, it's not continuing to draw power, so I've gone back up to having a little bit of reserve. One of these days I'll learn not to go near that thing. Probably won't be any day soon though, so as you can see here, I did manage to get my Imperial Queen, and I did figure out also the way to show the what the bee produces. To press the U key, which shows you the usages of it, and then if you just go back one, it'll take you to the bee produce page in the NEI and show you that bee and what it produces. So that was something I wasn't able to find in the last episode when I on demand right when I wanted to show it to you. So that's how you do that. It works with pretty much any of the bees. It's going to start out by showing you the bee bait, of course, the shapeless crafting, and then just back one, leopardine, and I decided that I wanted to have this leopardine running because that's going to give me the silky combs and eggs, because I'm not collecting eggs off of my chickens. They're just getting killed for feathers and meat, and the eggs are just the eggs that they do produce just hang out in this pit and eventually degrade, because I don't come over here and pick them up. I could probably put a vacuum hopper above here and collect them if I really wanted to, but I think I'll just go ahead and keep getting them with the bees. Next big thing that I did between episodes is I made some light upgrades for my industrial apiaries so that these will work day and night regardless of what the bee genetic information is. So moving right along. I don't have anything in any of these other ones. There's only, I think I'm only doing 3 right now, which is leopardine, the Imperial, and the cultivated right now. I probably could hold off on the cultivated now, but I'm got plenty of drones of that. Get rid of that tree before it grows. And this is the one that I'm going to be using from this point on to finish off my bees that I do when I do the genetic breeding. I just use this one on the end. It's kind of the odd one. And let's see, I have 10 other ones that I will use for production. So you see all these have the automated production upgrade. And so what I need to do is go ahead and make some more automated production upgrades. I have 2 in there. I'm going to need 6, oops, upgrade. And something else I learned recently, not necessarily between this episode and last, but recently, and I haven't mentioned it yet, is when you have items in here and it has a crafting recipe, you don't have to take them all out in order to get to the crafting recipe. You can instead use the middle mouse button, which is most of the time your scroll wheel. You click it with the middle mouse button, it'll bring up the crafting, to craft more, even without taking all the ones that you have in there out. So if I think I need about 6 more of these, go ahead and start crafting those. Yeah, for a total of 8. And should go ahead and be able to. I wanted to add more of the lifespan degrade or upgrade things, but as you can see, maximum installed is 4. So I made a couple more, but I'm not able to actually install them because it's got its maximum already. So if I just shift click these in, it'll only accept 1 of these, which is kind of convenient. It looks like I'm going to need 4 more. 4 more beyond what I made. Now, just grab those real quick, and the bee that I want to get next is going to require a bit more work. So I'm not going to get to this episode at all. I will have to make, oops, I had 1 extra. Okay, well I'll have an extra one. That's okay. One left over probably. So I'm not going to be able to get to it this episode at all. It requires a bee that can only be attained by trading with villagers. So I'm going to have to trade with some villagers, and in order to do that I'm going to have to get a couple of villagers. I think I could make villager spawn eggs, and even if I couldn't, I received a few villager, let me check that, yeah, villager spawn eggs. Okay, yeah, it's emerald round egg. Not too bad. But I think I got some villager spawn eggs. I guess not. Guess I didn't get those. So I'll have to make a villager spawn egg and put him in a net, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a villager spawner / emerald farm someplace down here. I don't want to use this because this is still eventually going to become my skeleton farm here, where I'm going to farm what you call them, withered skeletons? Yeah, that's what you call them, withered skeletons. It's gonna be my withered skeleton farm where I make. I don't think haven't gotten to that yet. Again, not this episode. I am saving that. What I do want to do is some questing now. But real quick, show you the bee progression line that I had to take to get the industrial. I almost had it done last time. So if we, I'm sorry, the Imperial industrial line just requires a noble princess and a majestic. And I got to the noble princess last episode, I believe. What I needed to do is just take that 1 step further, which is to get the majestic. It's just a noble and a cultivated drone, so I had no problem. It was just 2 more steps and I got to my Imperial. So now I am making royal jelly. Oh, I'm already up to 20, not bad at all. And I didn't do any production upgrades last episode either because I didn't realize it at the time, but it's probably good that I didn't try because I couldn't have done it even if I wanted to. Because if we look at the production upgrade, and I already have it ready to go craft-wise in here, but if we look at it, it requires that we use royal jelly. So now if I go And I can put up to 8 of them per, but I'm not going to do that. I think I'm only going to do 4 per, maybe. Let's start out with crafting. Well, I've only got 2 out there that I really care about the production on right now. So if I just make 8, I can go ahead and get that production going. Just make a couple of those because that's completely empty. Upgrade. Okay, so now I got my 8 production upgrades. That's going to let me get a lot more of the product that they produce per each one. I'll go ahead and put that in the Lapardine and the Imperial. Those are the ones I care about the most. This is going to get me the Silky Combs, which is going to get me Silky Propolis, which is going to be used in something else that I want to craft later on, and some other, quite a number of things. Use the Silky. We're going to take a quick look at that in NEI. The Silky Wisps, which is used to make the woven silk, and that is used to upgrade all of your forestry bags, amongst other things. It's also what you would use to make your apron stuff. I don't need that. I have those. I don't think there's... Oh, and it's also used in Alvery stuff. Okay, so don't know if I need that for a quest or not. I might. Let's go ahead and look at my quest right now. So I should be able to now make the empty serum that I needed last time that I was unable to make. So if I look here, I can make an empty serum thing. I need some labware. I need I should just grab that labware while I'm looking at it, and I go ahead and eat before I die of hunger. Genetic template and blank gene sample is the other thing that I need. There's my genetic template, and there's my blank gene sample, and I should be able to now complete that quest. Alright. And I get all kinds of good rewards. It's going to be a Valiant Princess and Drone. An Indexer. I will probably add that to my system just to expand my bee storage. A full heart and a reward bag. So let's see. 61 total lives. An Unbreaking and an Efficiency 3. Gosh, I would just not that useful at this stage of the game. Go ahead and toss those in there. Toss one of them in there. I'll come back down there in a minute and throw the other one in. I don't need the Valiant Princess right now. I can go ahead and place my genetic, or my indexer, someplace. I think I'll just go ahead and put it right there for now. And then, well, yeah, might as well go ahead and get the storage bus. ST storage bus, and I've got 16 of those left over from previous quest rewards, so that's good. Don't need to make it. Go ahead and pull that piece up. Put this right there. And let's see, the other one is set to 512. I don't want to make this one quite as high, so we'll go 448. So when that one gets full, this one will start to fill up of bees. And I believe it'll be a long time before this one gets full. It has, I think, 1,000 slots. And as long as you're not making a bunch of crossbreeds, which I shouldn't have to worry about because I'm using the Gendistry for the most part. as long as you're not making a bunch of crossbreeds, you probably never use up all them slots. I think each slot can hold 64, up to 64. So when it does fill up with, yes, he's 64, then it'll use up another slot to start another stack of those bees. So Indexer can hold a lot of bees, and it can be accessed through the ME system, which is quite awesome. So I don't need these genetic samplers or imprint, or do I? Well, again, that's for another episode. I'm moving on to questing some more, because I've done enough with bees for now. I will come back to that again in a future episode. I'll do some more bee stuff, especially since the next most important bee that I want to make is going to require some villager interaction. So, questing. Got one quest done in the bee line. We're going to go back up out of that, and I'm going to work on some Hell's Kitchen. I should have enough tomatoes to complete that task now. So if I go, I have actually twice as much as I need, which is very good. So I'm going to tell it to export tomatoes, set this task, and get that going. And let's see how long that's going to take. That's going to take a little while, because yeah, no, Hopper is not the fastest way to possibly do this. I could do this a little faster if I used an item duct and a chest here instead. I might set that up sometime in the future. Let's see, is there any liquid that I can do for craft for questing right now? Go with the flow. I could set up a ethanol or this one. I don't really have the stuff for the bees just quite yet, or I don't have an excess amount anyway. So what if I did biofuel? That one's going to take a little while. That's probably going to be the rest of this episode. I think I might have said I was going to get to some magic this episode, but I'm not sure about that. Now let's take a quick look at what I need for the magic quest, because the main thing that was holding me up on this was just the need to have some great wood, and I believe I have that now. I definitely have that now. I did it on a previous episode. And my potion run out. So just take the shortcut down. And let's see here. Because I don't want to disappoint anybody that was really expecting to see me do some magic quests this episode. And probably next episode I will focus more on questing, maybe a little bit of improvement to my automations up there. So I need an alchemical furnace, an alchemical construct, and an alchemical centrifuge. It's a construct and centrifuge that I needed the great wood for. Do I have it down here? I do not have great wood down here, so I know where that's at. Oh, and being down there, I do remember that have this open because I was in here working on the kill room down there, or I don't know what else to call it. Below the altar, the one that automatically spawns mobs and keeps the altar full of blood in a fairly passive manner. It was accumulating just a ton of items down in here. And so what I did is I added some vacuum hoppers. You might want to move those down a level just a little bit, because there's still occasionally an item getting stuck that, you know, behind the runes that are here. But there's actually 4 of them just to cover the whole room. The room's just a little bit bigger than what one would cover, so I ended up having to go with 4. I actually could make this room a tiny bit bigger and expand these out a little bit, and then it would also probably make the altar even a little more efficient at keeping, or a little bit better at keeping the thing full. But what I need to do is I need to check, see, okay, nope, still lots of spawning down here going on. No problem with the lighting level, even though I can see quite well down there. A little light is escaping down through there for that. But I left that open so that I could show you what I did before I seal this up with covers and stuff. Okay, back to my quests over here. Oh, gonna need my Thaumcraft so I know what to do, which should be in my golden bag of holding. Yeah, where is it at? There it is, Thaumcraft. Might as well get my thermometer out too, because there's probably going to be some things that I can scan as I'm making them. If I look under alchemy, I should be able to find the recipe for, there it is, alchemical construct, which is what I need the great wood for, great wood planks. And to make the alchemical centrifuge, I'm going to need an additional alchemical construct anyway. So I'm going to need some pipes and stuff. What was it? I need essentia tubes. I need some essentia tubes, some vis filters, and some levers, and some more. And what else? Some more essentia tubes and some pistons. So if I look in here, do I have some vis filters? I have a few vis filters, but I'm going to need a lot more than 2. So let me pop up here and get some, and I believe it is, let me take a look for that, because I'm going to need I want to use the skyblock recipe for the vis filter. That's 7 silk meshes. So that is the string recipe, STR. Right here, that's string like so. Let me just grab a stack of them. That'll make it easier. I should have some gold down there, but I'm going to grab another half stack of gold and iron just in case. Let me check the recipe for essentia tubes before I run back down there. Okay, good. Glad I did. I'm going to need some quicksilver and some glass. So let me grab some quicksilver. And I got a bunch of those built up in here. Just go ahead. Get those out of there. Quicksilver and glass. And I've been telling my system to keep making glass for me because I'm going to need a lot of glass for the hoarding quest. I think it's 10,000 glass of each kind, or 10,000 regular glass and 10,000 clear glass. So let's see, start with these. And just go ahead and grab a bunch of those. Let's see, I probably only need 4 of those. We need to make the essentia tube first though. So that, I think it was like that. No, actually it was gold on the bottom and iron on either side. Go ahead and get about 24 of those. I think that might be enough. Let's see, then it was that. Oh, you know what I did forget is I forgot levers, but I believe I can make them just like this. Yep, I sure can. So I'll need those here. Levers, and I need, what is it? Essentia tube and lever, isn't it? Okay, well, it has to be in there in a very specific order, apparently. Lever in the corner, essentia tube beside it, so Yeah, any other position and it will not work. Oh, well that's interesting. But apparently it'll work like that. Interesting. Learned something new there. I think I need 6 of these, and oh, I've run out of Viz. And of course, this is one of the time. This is when I really like the fact that I live on the flat map, the pedestal map, because we have the uh, special aura nodes that you don't get with the cottage map. And just go ahead and fill this right back up. All the way down. I'm going to close that up so I don't accidentally run in there. So one more of those should be enough. Now, it was one of these in each corner. And then it was like that, and I believe it was gold ingots here? No. Well, and then that in the middle, right? No. Okay, what was it? Oh, that's where the Viz filters go. Viz filters here. So give me 3 of those. Perfect. Now, let's see. 2 of those are going to go into making the alchemical, and 1 of those is going to go into making an alchemical construct. I guess I only needed 2 alchemical constructs. And the piston, which I forgot to grab while I was up there. There's, I got plenty of pistons. Just need 1 though. And back down. So piston, alchemical construct, and can't keep it all in my brain. An arcane emblic and 2 more essential tubes. So I seen an extra emblic in there. Emblic and 2 essential tubes, and that gives me the alchemical construct. I mean, the alchemical centrifuge. Get it right one of these times. Okay, so these can get put away down here. Glass, some iron, some gold, just keep that down here. I'll come back up here and put away the other stuff that I have. Oh, I made this rednet meter. I guess it's kind of getting off track, but I totally forgot to do it earlier when I was made this rednet meter to test these to make sure that the ones that didn't have bees in them, see, that's using up power. The ones that don't have bees in them are using no power, so that's the reason I have that. Just wanted to make sure that those industrial apiaries weren't using power while they didn't have bees in them. So, and they don't, so that's excellent. So I guess I don't need that, don't need that, don't need this or this right now. And I was gonna just go ahead and use these things for the quest turn-in. If I have to remake them, I have to remake them. It's not a big deal. Oops. Need my quest book now. There it is. Submit that. And claim my reward. Okay. Another life. And a reward bag greater. Probably a big fat goose egg for that. I can't even throw them in anywhere, so just toss them over on the ground. They'll go away eventually. What that means is I'm going to have to make another alchemical furnace and emblic to replace those ones. I'll do that off camera later, but let's go ahead and look at the next quest in the series, although I think I'm going to be running out of time real soon. So let me see if there's another one that I could do real quick. Skyblock Magic, which only requires a Great Red Sapperling. Well, that's easy. And that'll be nice to have. Great Wood Sapperling, which I have one of those ready to go. And you'll submit that, and I'm going to get a Great Wood Sapperling back and a Silver Wood Sapling. Oh, that is so beautiful. And I think I will go ahead and get the green heart canister, because I don't think I have any green heart canisters yet. I do not. That is wonderful. Okay, so now I got a silver wood, so I can start some other things that I want to work on eventually. I'll get to those a little sooner now. And what is this? Greater reward bag. Lettuce seeds. Boy, I need more lettuce seeds. Like I need a hole in my head. I think that's one of, yeah, see that's in my top row. I got this sorted by item count. I think I have enough lettuce seeds for a while. But yeah, I think I'm getting close to my wrap-up point. Let's see if there's any more real quick quests in that line that I can complete in the magic stuff. Moving Essentia stuff. Well, that's easy. I should be able to get that one quick. So what's the filtered Essentia tube? Filtered Essentia tube? Oh, guess I'd have to learn it first, which is going to require that I get a little bit more of Permeatato. Grab 3 of those. Now I can learn that. Now I should be able to make whatever that was that I needed to make, which is a Viz filter and an Essentia tube. So I need these Essentia tubes, I need a Viz filter, and I'm going to need another lever. Did I bring levers down? No, I stuck them back in the system. I'm surprised nobody has told me, hey, you should make a remote, an ME remote access terminal. And maybe I think I will at the beginning of the next episode. I will definitely put that as one of my priorities, since I'm going to be working on improved automation and questing mostly next episode. So, lever, got plenty of those. Don't need to make more. So Essentia tubes plus lever. That's probably going to require it to be in a specific order. I think it was like that for the filter. Oh great, I need more. Make sure I have enough flight. I do. Enough flight. And it's nighttime and it's raining, so my bees definitely, they might work at night, but they don't work in the rain, so I definitely want to clear that real quick. Go sleep at the cat house. Take care of that. And some water, I believe, is out this direction. Yep. And that's where that's at. I'll go ahead and fill this up. Okay. And get back over here. Okay. That should be the last piece I need for the next quest. Manual submit, and what do I want? Entry shard. Well, Golem automation cores take niter, so and entropy shards are not that hard to get, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get the Golem animation cores and see what is in my next greater bag. What? More jerky? Jeez. Getting trolled. And brings my life total up to 64. I have a full stack of lives. Yeah, just toss those over there. Don't need those. And what is next? A brain in the jar and a zombie brain. 16 zombie brains and 1 brain in the jar. And this one is, oh gosh, I gotta make one of each golem. I'm not sure that I'm even going to do this one on camera. I might craft a lot of these off camera. Might show the process for a couple of them, but I don't think I want to do all of that on camera. So, but that's going to wrap that up. This episode, I've pretty much used up a little bit more time than I probably wanted to. Again, next episode's going to be automation and questing, further automate some things. I will get to automating these guys. I've been talking about doing that for a few episodes now. And then I will also add a remote terminal and do some other stuff, and hopefully this quest will be completed by then. And I don't think there's a few more things to do with liquid, and that is that I will set those both up. At least the machine ones that I can do. The bee stuff is going to be something else. So, but yeah, next episode, automation quests. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. If not, comment anyway. Let me know what I can do to improve it next time around. So. Oh, and one other thing, I wanted to pose a question. I want to get some opinions. I'll probably be repeating this at the end of each one of these episodes for a while. But I wanted to see what people's opinion is on what kind of, or what mod pack I should use when I finish this series up. I'm going to go to another mod pack and do Nightmare. I wanted to see what people thought I should do for the mod pack, and I also wanted to see if people thought that if I should add the Hardcore Quest mod to whatever mod pack I eventually go with, so that I don't have just the one life, so that I would actually start with a few lives or maybe even be able to quest for a few lives throughout the course of the series. Obviously, I wouldn't want to make it quite as easy as it is on here, although some people might argue that this is not that easy, but I felt that it has not been an extreme challenge to stay alive. Anyway, not to stay alive. Most of that is due to the fact that I have that little sucker right there, and I got that early on. That's the Magnum Torch. But anyway, so what mod patch should I move to next when I do Season 3 of the Nightmare series, and should I add Hardcore Quest mod to it? Alright, catch you later.